I started in
New boy in 1971. Started year 10, a bit sort of nervous and a bit sort of. But one of my contributions to the conversation is that I sort of started this school. A couple of things were interesting. One is that the school I was going to, Wollongong, you had to have short hair and be neat. And so the day before I sort of came to St Edmunds, I thought, I should be go to the hairdresser, the barber, to have it all cut off and sort of got neat. And I turned up to St Edmunds and I thought, bugger me. They all look like the no boys. I couldn't make the hair grow faster. But I caught up in the end. But one thing that I've reflected on all my life since 1971 was when Tony Larrabini came up to me and said, "Welcome."
Yeah.
It's a really important, it's a very important thing to me. I can tell that I get something.
He went to Darramala and then he went to Tony Riddick went to
We're talking about 1973. We're talking about 1973. Shut up, Brett. Who won the rugby league grand final in 1973?
Manly. Raiders George.
What was the score? What was the score?
pretty good.
Who was the best player? Bob Fulton. Who won the AFL grand final?
Who cares?
Oh my God! All these things from so long ago. Who won the Melbourne Cup?
Farley.
73 hours.
Oh, 78.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Max Anderson.
Who are you? Where's Michael?
Now,
Frankie Rose was riding it.
It did.
that's right.
Who was the trainer? Frankie Ray's was the right. How do you know that?
Because I'm a sportsman, I follow the horses.
In 1973, there were 30 #1 hits. The most popular #1 hit was what?
Hey Jude.
It would have to be an ABBA one, wouldn't it?
ABBA, yeah.
Tie a yellow ribbon around.
Oh,
When your kids say to you, tell us how old you are, and who bought it? Who's got a copy now?
it sure wasn't me.
Come on, didn't sing that.
If I see you, you won't see.
So tonight it's about fun. It's about to just catch up with people we've got up with a long time, and we're thrilled to be here. As I say, my proposition is that we have some awards, being nominations. No, I think we'll just do it now. Have a little auction now.
Yeah, why not?
Who wears the best barber shirt?
Most often married.
Come
We've got two. One. Granville's true. Two. One's not counted.
What do you call me?
Bugsy, do you two?
Oh, it's Bucks. Shit, eh?
He's still married.
You had a good read on you.
Yeah, he's still married.
There's longest
Longest between the two. Let's down to these two. Sure. Yeah.
What's the question again, please?
When the two.
About 2 years ago. About 2 years later, I got married again, and that one's still going.
Take it away.
Right on the floor.
And I remember there was a shortage of people to actually keep the tally of the scoring, and Brother English was actually in charge of the scoring.
GA.
That's it, GA. And I was one of the guys selected to help keep the scoring, and we used it statistically where you --5 you know. So I have to actually confess that I gave Clancy on that particular occasion many more points than Nathan says.
Well done, sir.
Because I was actually looking after the Clancy sheet, They thought I was going to be totally honourable at that stage, I suppose.
Bit of a team player, eh, Tone?
You still didn't win. You still didn't win.
That's right.
Take one of these 10. I can't remember how was his grounding for accountancy?
Cherry Springer.
last one from all the children.
Abel Seaman Mason.
Where's hands off with him?
All hands on that.
Where's the golden ribbon?
There's a story about the barrels and the apples. There's already a buccaneers. There's already a buccaneers.
No, but seriously, guys. I came to Bouchon at the end of first term, 5th form, 1972, that I wasn't academically and I actually went up and had a meeting with the deputy headmaster, the then Brother White.
That's
Harry.
And
I'll never forget Harry. Because he used to get in these classes where, what were we doing, something on English or something, and he always used to quote this fella, Jean Paul Sartre or something. French bloody, philosopher or so forth.
Play ball back to Western Suburbs.
Probably right, man, probably right. Anyway, the story goes that I had this meeting with Brother White, Harry, and I said, Brother, I'm not cut out for this. I'm going to go out and have a go in the big wide world. And he turned around and said to you,
have you ever thought about Christian Brothers?
Actually, I thought the next best thing, the Navy.
That's white crap.
And I said to Brother White, I said, listen, I'm not cut out here, I'm just going to go out and have a go. And he turned around and he said to me, he said, that's great, Mason. He said, that's fantastic. And he was really serious. And he said, I wish a few other fellas in the form would do this. No names, no court martials. But he did say to me, he said, that's good, Chris. And he said, I wish a few other fellows would do the same thing. Because he recognised at the time that some of us weren't cut out to be academics.
Stop don't look at him, don't look at him. Stop looking at him, don't look at us.
Anyway, what happened from there on, in June 72 I left, and I joined the Navy in June 73, 12 months later.
What did you do for the year in between?
Well, Vic, I went and worked at Safeways in Kingston for a while.
Safeways, Kingston's never had a Safeways.
As a matter of fact, anyway, that's beside the point. That's beside the point. Anyway, in about January 73, early 73, I was involved in a bad car accident near Wagga.
I've got 21 years to go, yeah?
Anyway, I had to go off and do my medical. Anyway, I joined the Navy. As you guys, a lot of you guys know, I went off and joined the Navy and I did engineering, mechanical engineering in the Navy. And I stayed there for 4 years, did my time, and I got out. I came back to Canberra at about 76, 77, and I bummed around here for about a year and a half. Then I decided to go to Darwin, because my family had originally moved from Darwin to Canberra in 62. Anyway, what happened then, I got back and I joined the public service in 78, and I started the Royal Australian Mint, stamping money. I thought, oh, you bloody beauty. Anyway, what happened is, 25 years later, I'm still in the public service, so I work for the ACT government. I'm a machinery inspector.
What does that involve?
Thanks, Chris.
I've been married once. I got married when I was 35.
Oh, that's
And I was traded in for wealth and position 3.5 years later. And I've got a daughter who is 14 next month, who's fantastic, and I see her every fortnight. She comes over and stays at my joint, and life's fantastic. And I reckon us guys, we're at our age now, in our mid to late 40s and so forth. I reckon we're entering the best times of our lives.
Too right. Too right. Life begins at 40. Yeah! Don't you reckon life begins at 40?
I feel very privileged and honoured to see a lot of you guys tonight that I haven't seen in many years. I see some of you occasionally around the town over the last 5 or 8 years or whatever, but I see some of you like Dom, Peter, you know, Paul McCormack and so forth. Fantastic fellas. And see us all here in a small room, enjoying ourselves and having conversation. Fantastic. Next. Who's next?
Tell us about your girlfriend.
Get to other things. The strap was leather, and as you all know, we eventually found out that the strap was full of what?
Hacksaw blades.
Bugs Hawley. What's up, Dom?
That's all I remember of years 5 and 6. However, as years progressed and went on, don't remember much of the rest of the education. However, a couple of my kids went to St Edmunds, and they did some pretty dumb things, and they got punishment. They didn't get the strap, they didn't get the cane, they got detention, which meant that I got punished.
Oh, you couldn't commute.
Because they, after school, they got to stay in school. Back in years 5 and 6, extra punishment was lunch detention. That doesn't happen anymore. It's after school, so I get punished. So that's my 14 and 13-year-old kids. I've now got a 3-year-old child.
Way to go. Des.
When he gets
Don't give him the bag.
I'm really worried. What's going to happen to me?
How many wives, Daryl? Daryl, how many wives, mate?
Marinkiji, ya man blue.
Edmunds, blue, white, blue.
You think of those lyrics and you think, who was the idiot who thought them up?
I was that really drunk.
And you know him, do you?
I mean, and that's
You don't know him?
they're insane.
Let's name names.
No, look, Victor, out of this. Yeah, nothing to say. No, nothing to say.
He's not here.
No, that's not.
Amazingly enough, I was at Hamilton Island on a conference one year, recently. As you do. And as part of a team building exercise, you had to do something unique. And I said to the team I was working with,
Is that what do you call it? Team building?
yeah, I did. I said, listen, I've got a great war cry. And I regaled the St Edmunds war cry, Yarrabaggy, Yarrabaggy. And I taught them, I taught all these very serious people our war cry. And we had to perform it that night at 8 o'clock at the conference centre. And we did.
Wearing your frock?
But the amazing thing was, 2 guys came up to me from Perth and said, but that's our war cry. So guess what? We didn't own it. And he was staggered that someone else would be so embarrassed to repeat it.
Thank you for sharing.
There was a CBC college in Perth, so it had been licensed.
Really Catholic franchise.
I'll go.
Peter?
Peter Marr from Reham, Australia.
A candidate most unrecognisable.
Runner-up.
He got mine right, actually. I think you would know him, Mel.
You're my choice. Thanks, guys. Apart from Vic Sane. Who voted for Vic Sane as captain?
Oh, yeah!
Hey, those American dollars are big dollars.
Mine is a long story. It's just a very quick one.
A long, quick story.
That's a good
No, you say to your girlfriends all the time?
It's a spoonerism.
Very vague, but I found out, of course, that it wasn't normal for a whole of a class to be expelled just before a high school certificate. In fact, I couldn't find another school that had done that. Hunted around, I asked a few other people, what happened to your class? I thought it might have been one of these strategies that people use, to get rid of the top, all the troublemakers all at the same time. But when I sort of thought about it for a while, I ended up coming back to the same question. Who was it that tipped over the bloody football stands?
Yeah, those bastards.
No, it was
that you? I don't
retaliation, mate. Retaliation. It was not us.
Who put the bra on the Virgin Mary on the top?
Yeah.
She wasn't a virgin. She was at the time.
Yes, mate, come here. Stop. So I was terminally handicapped before I started because I could never finish the job because the job, the blue collar Matthew would take off and I could never get the fucking sort of, I could never get the tool before about stage 3. Whether it was the the pencil case or whether it was the paper rack, we've all been there, the pain, And invariably in the woodwork class, there'd come a time when the only bit of technology in our day was the bandsaw that Bob would get one of his pets. You know who you are. And there was the bandsaw, and the bandsaw, and that was the signal to you know who you are to Peter Kelly, and who would take to kind of chuck that wood at the head of bloody Terry Kimball or something like that, and the riot would go on, and meanwhile the bandsaw would go but until the relative noise between the bandsaw and the rioting in the class would kind of be co-equal, until suddenly Bob would decide to turn the bandsaw off, and there was this kind of probably a whole 20-second period where we just didn't notice that there was no more he'd come and say, okay, John Parks, what are you chucking that thing at bloody, Peter Gordon's head? And come here, stop, down tools. Down tools.
Good training, mate. Good training. 50 years.
What were you doing? Nothing, brah. Of course, the standard response. And of course, anyway knew that it took more than 2 to tango. In fact, the whole class of 45 fellas, Okay, I'm going to have job inspection. So we all get up there and, hear our excuses, how far we are down the food chain of getting this bloody job done. And, yours truly was always kind of like half a step of a 10-step process, You wouldn't believe me. And I get up there, and of course, the guys who couldn't talk class, and he was very good with the wrist action, Bob. Blow very hard, unfortunately to us delight, but these guys go, and he goes there saying, what are you doing? I said, you're just a daydreamer. Not like your elder brother. Gary was that the only one. Actually, I come from a long line of carpenters going back to the 18th century, but so Gene Poole missed me. I was just truly stuffed. I couldn't, and he'd say, you and your younger brother, right, you just daydream, you just hopeless, put your hand out. And so, for not even trying, I hated getting the strap, but in woodwork I was always guaranteed 2 per term from the the mandatory riot that occurred. And of course, you know, he'd go back to the bandstand, and then the boys would get the bloody jack plane and they'd knock a chunk off the column. Remember those columns under the hall? In fact, in Rod's class, my younger brother's class, they used to go and go chunk, and in fact, apparently there was the parents and friends, and the column had got so... The column was almost kind of like going to cause the collapse in the collapse of the assembly hall above, which it was located, of course, you know. And there's poor old Bob apparently seen putting, you know, this huge chunk of column which had almost kind of completely truncated itself. But anyway, happy memories, boys.
Form 2. I came over from New Zealand and I was doing German. And I went into German class when I got to St Edmunds, and I knew 3 words: ich weiß nicht. And I never knew any more than that. And that's I don't know.
I don't know.
And I think my first exam I got 5%, and I went downhill from there.
That's because you copied Reds.
So Bob got me out of that den of iniquity and got me into the TD class.
Yo.
And since I got in it late, I got the privileged position of sitting on the edge of his desk at the front of the class. I always sat there but Bob, he got me out of German and into DT. And no, he did get me into my first career as a drafter, and I think for Bob, he was a great person, and I think the world of him. He really did got me onto the right track, and I want to think about him now. I think. And I'll never forget the day that we were in the basement waiting for Bob to come in to open up the deck drawing, the woodwork area, and Mr. Mark King was, where's Bob? And he was standing beside him.
So which one's talking to you now?
Lots. Lots, mate, don't worry, I'm right. I don't need a partner, I'm right. Hey?
Do we have audio? Do we make a speech?
Yeah, mate. Cough it up, mate.
On behalf of the Narrabunga boys, we'd like to congratulate the Kilpatrick family for having a son as great a legend as Martin, and he's our mate.
Turn a place.
Thanks, Bruce, I really appreciate that. Would you like to add to it there, Phil? No, mate. Don't know you lost the words. You've always been like that.
That light's terribly bright, mate.
I need to see your face, Pete. Come forward a bit.
That light's terribly bright.
Yes. No, boys.
What's it, Della? All right, Della. Take another one. Take two.
No memories, mate. That's it, mate. No memories. Lock that up, by the way. That's the TV.
Have we got a
National Archives?
How'd that turn out, buddy?
Same old shit, mate.
Same shit, different day?
That's it. Same shit, different day.
Tell me something. Tell me something I don't know.
Tell you something you don't know? No, not good at this. Not good at this.
What's the best thing you do, Dan?
What's that?
What's the best thing you do?
Best thing I do?
Yeah.
And look who's just come into the picture. Look after me, missus.
I reckon your missus is alright, mate. The kids, you done a great job. Have you seen his beautiful, of course, they've seen your
The beautiful Mary, yes.
Yeah, mate. You're beautiful, mate. You've done really well, Dan.
I'll tell you what's getting a bit late tonight. No one's had a grape yet, so far.
Right?
Is this like a movie type thing?
Yeah, we're just doing a movie, mate. Yeah, just doing a movie. I'll suck it on the CD. Use that bloody light. I'll suck it on the CD. Light Savage. Yeah. Savage Light. Taking all LCDs. No, they're Savage. We're going to do the group photo, please.
He's got no memory.
We're going to fit it on.
Oh, yes.
Well, you're the official fucking photographer.
He's the official what?
Photographer. Fucking photographer. Fucking photographer. Excuse me. You asked me a direct question. I'll give you a direct answer.
Very good.
Yes,
It's not a bad little one.